Well, we're ready to go kayaking. Of course, we're waiting on Ron. Are you zooming us there? This is our, we've been using our new video camera for about 5 minutes. This is, what's your name?
Taylor.
This is Ninja Taylor. And it looks like we're going to have a little weather today. Maybe a little rain, get a little cold. This kind of weather. Real men do eat quiche. And they also use kayak.
In high school, we were asked to write about idealism. I wrote about my dad, how he embodied things I felt were ideal. He was always doing outdoor activities and always going places, and we as a family did these things together.
Let's go down the edge of the world rapid, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Does the big one probably feel better for sure?
Long car rides dot the landscape of my first 15 years. And I was always amazed by how he knew which direction to go on highways and interstates, and how he figured out which exits to take. My dad grew up going on regular family trips down to Oxford, Mississippi, to spend weekends on some land my grandfather bought. We call it the farm, even though it really isn't one. I asked him what its significance was to him.
I'm glad we had it. I'm glad we went, you know. Probably didn't go enough, but then, I mean, we kind of, when y'all were coming along, we sort of used that as a springboard to go do other stuff, you know, to pile in the van and, you know, go to the mountains. I mean, I don't know that y'all got as much out of that as I did, but I like dragging you along with me, you know.
Taking these trips and visiting this space instilled in him a sense of adventure, a desire to get out and do things. This was something he passed on to my sisters and me. I'm wondering, what else has been passed on? I received this picture in the mail the other day. On the back of the picture my dad wrote, "Self-portrait, 1975. He was 23. I asked my dad to send me pictures of him when he was younger. Recently I've wanted to trace certain family memories, mainly those from my dad. It's kind of a subtle family tradition, and my participation has sort of snuck up on me. As I went through the pictures and came to this one, it reminded me of the self-portraits I took. As he held the camera to the mirror, did he understand more of who he was? What I'm thinking is that I'm becoming more like him. I'm recalling things I've written or said in the past that sound like him. I'm hearing myself clear my throat and thinking he's in the room. I'm realizing that I too have a hard time sitting still, something you would know about him if you ever go to the beach with him. I'm uncovering gestures that he's already made. I'm turning the camera on myself as he once did. What have I inherited from him? What's been passed on, left behind, picked apart? I like this process, this becoming. Our self-portraits seem to contain something more than just ourselves. To know now that my dad took a picture like this in his early 20s, in the mid-70s, helps me see where I've come from. My dad's always been big on genealogy. My grandfather was too. I remember my dad and my grandfather spending hours talking about who did what on what land and which county. Those conversations really stand out in my memory. They situate my family as one that would catalog through storytelling the who, how, and why of where we've come from. I'm slowly finding my place within these conversations, and it's with pictures such as the one of my dad that this is happening. So now it's more like who posed how and which picture at what age, as though these momentary gestures replace the physical space of land, and they are now how we trace family ties.